Have you ever had the idea that wouldn't it be nice to wake up before you go to work, read a few pages, have a coffee or two, and just enjoy your morning? Well, if you're anything like me, you've tried it like 600 times and it's never worked. But guess what? I'm not giving up and we're trying it again in today's video. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Kara. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's reading vlog where we're going to be trying to wake up for a week straight before work and read for at least a half hour before I get started with my day. I have done this before. Okay, I have been successful, but then I get into it for like a few months and then I just start to like dwindle, and I dwindle and dwindle and dwindle until I am sleeping in and snoozing my alarm 10 times to wake up, okay? So if you didn't watch my 2025 goals or goal planning session, I will leave that link down below. Basically, one of my goals that I want to set for the year is to create a better sleep-wake routine or better sleeping habits, essentially trying to go to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time every single day, regardless of a weekend or a weekday. I have been fairly successful with this over the past week since I started it. I am attempting to go to bed at 10 p.m. and wake up at 6 a.m. And I've been trying to read for at least a half hour before I go to work. And it's been really successful so far. So I thought it would be fun to attempt to make a video again, similar to my 20-minute a day reading challenge. If you guys didn't know about that, I basically did like a bare minimum reading challenge where I read 20 minutes a day. Super successful. It was a great video. I love doing it. I'm still doing it. It's been amazing. But this week is going to be another one of those bare minimum reading challenges where I'm attempting something small, but hopefully going to make a big difference in my life. I literally am aiming to read for 30 minutes before work. If I aim for any longer, I get way too rushed with my morning routine and then I'd be late for work. So I am just trying to do what is realistic for me and what is likely realistic for most people in this sense. And the reason I pick 6 o'clock in the morning is because I've tried 5 o'clock or 5:30 in the past and it has never worked out. Okay, going to bed at 9 p.m. or 9:30, it's not happening for me. I will lay there and my anxiety will spin in my head for hours and hours until I finally fall asleep at like 11 or 11:30. So I said 6 o'clock is doable. So that's the goal I am trying to maintain. It is currently Sunday at like 6:30 p.m. I am going to kind of take you through a little bit of my evening routine to set myself up for success because I do feel like to have the best amount of success waking up in the morning, you kind of have to do a night routine. I've also learned from doing this challenge over and over and over again throughout the many years that I've attempted to be a morning person, you have to have a good reason to wake up in the morning. And reading is enough for me to do it. I get excited, especially if it's a book that I'm really excited about. And I'm reading a really exciting book this week, so I'm super pumped and motivated to wake up to read it. That book that I'm going to be reading this week is The Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wong. I'm already 100 pages into this, just over. Yeah, no, literally exactly 100 pages into this. I am buddy reading this with a few of my friends, and some of them are already finished with the buddy read, but I'm still going. I picked this up last week and it has been on my TBR for years and years and years. And I'm so excited I decided to finally pick this up. I am already loving it. Loving it. It is so, so, so good. Quick vibes of the book. It feels like I am in like the Legends of Zelda or something. The world is so beautiful in my mind. You're like on like these like islands and peninsulas in the ocean and there's mountains and it's just this like beautiful landscape coupled with Avatar, the Last Airbender type of powers where these people are able to harness like water and wind and ice and like use the elements to their advantage. It's very inspired by Japanese culture and it is genuinely so beautiful. I'm absolutely loving it so far. And I've really just started to get into the plot. You're following both a mother and a son. It sounds like there's like an impending war going on right now, but you're learning about the powers right now. I'm learning about the world. It's really intriguing and I'm really, really loving it. The quotes are also amazing in this book. So first thing I'm going to do is take you through my little evening routine, what I do to get ready before the morning. It's pretty straightforward. And fingers crossed that this challenge sticks just as well as the 20-minute a day reading challenge did. That is still going strong, you guys. I am so proud of myself with that. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so first thing I like to do for my little evening routine to set myself up for success the night before is to pre-prepare my coffee and make sure that it's going to be brewing right when I wake up. So got my little coffee station right here. This is one of my favorite places in my house. And I'm going to just grind the beans, set the coffee maker up, and make sure that it's set for 6 a.m. The next thing that I'm going to do is just get like the few things of my lunch that I need together for tomorrow. So I know I'm gonna do this like peanut satay. This is kind of like a really quick and easy lunch meal that I got from Trader Joe's. It literally is like Thai noodles and like peanut sauce. It is so good, it's cheap, and it's like full of protein. So I'm gonna put that in my lunchbox for tomorrow. And then also granola bar and mandarin, or maybe 2 mandarins. They're so good. Okay, there we go. You gotta get the right squish factor, you know? They can't be too squishy or else they're bad. So we got my lunch set for tomorrow. The other thing that I'm gonna do in the kitchen is I'm going to just finish cleaning the few dishes that are in the sink. I just like to have a completely clean kitchen before we go to bed, and waking up in the morning, it just like makes it so much easier. You don't have to wake up to be like stressed out when you wanna read, rather than feeling like you have to clean the kitchen and like do the dirty dishes and like whatever. So I'm not gonna show you that, but like I will clean the kitchen at some point tonight. I'm gonna take you upstairs to show you the rest of the routine. Let's go. Okay, so last thing I'm gonna do is just make sure that this alarm is set. This is a Hatch alarm clock, and we just got it this week. This is a completely not sponsored video. I bought this with my FSA money, with my health insurance. So if you're in the US, you have health insurance or an HSA plan or an FSA plan, you can buy this alarm clock with that. We just got this week, and I've only used it for like 2 nights, and I still don't trust that it's gonna wake me up. So I'm actually gonna have 2 alarms set. I'm gonna have this set for tomorrow morning, but then I'm also gonna have my phone alarm set as well. And I do not keep my phone by my bed. This is a new habit that I am trying to get better at, because what ends up happening is if I keep it by my bed, I sit in bed before I go to sleep and scroll on my phone, and then I end up not being able to fall asleep for like 45 minutes because I was scrolling on my phone. And then I wake up in the morning, and the first thing I do is scroll on my phone. It's like the worst habit in the entire world. So I have to design my environment a little bit differently so I don't have my phone by my bed and like create those bad habits just instinctively, you know? So basically what I do is I put 2 alarms on like 5 minutes apart from each other. I'll have this one go off first, and then if I end up trying to fall back asleep, which inevitably I always do, I will have my phone in the bathroom go off 5 minutes later, and then I'm forced to wake up and go turn it off. So I try and have alarms set that are not like extremely alarming alarms. Like they're a little bit softer and kinder to wake up to, rather than like releasing all my cortisol at once in the morning. Ooh, I'm gonna try out the sunrise thing in the morning. So basically this light like gets brighter with the morning, and I'm hoping that will be a kinder wake up than, you know, just an alarm clock. But just in case it doesn't go off, because I'm paranoid and scared that's gonna happen, I will have my phone alarm in the bathroom. And the last thing that I'm gonna do for this routine is set my gym clothes out for tomorrow. I'm gonna work out after work tomorrow, and if I don't have to think about what clothes I have to grab before I go to work, just takes another step out of my morning. So I'm just gonna set those clothes out, and that's the evening routine. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, literally takes 5 minutes. It's awesome. Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow morning, bright and early, for a little reading sesh. Bye. Good evening, everyone. Hi, how's it going? Sorry I didn't verbally check in with you this morning. I did get a little bit of B-roll, but just woke up feeling a little emotion and was not in a place to chat, okay? I did it though. I did wake up at 6 o'clock and I read for a half hour this morning, so I was gonna give you a little check-in on that. I worked today, I went to the gym, I just finished eating dinner and cleaning up the kitchen, and I wanted to just sit down and give a little bit of an update. Really, really loving the dual perspective of this. I am obsessed with this book. I think it's going to be a 5-star, like for sure, for sure, for sure. I just wanted to let you know about like the practice and how me waking up at 6 a.m. is going. I slept terribly last night. Nevertheless, did wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. The hatch was quite a nice little thing to wake up to. All of a sudden, I rolled over and it was like bright in our room, and I just like shut it off really quickly, and the alarm hadn't gone off yet. So thank God I had the other alarm in my bathroom going off at the time I actually needed to wake up. I'm still getting used to that hatch alarm. So basically what it does is it like slowly starts to brighten your room, and then the time that you set the like actual sound alarm to go off, it will go off at. So I set the alarm at like 6 o'clock, and it started getting brighter around, it was sometime in between 5:50 and 6 o'clock in the morning. So that was happening before the actual alarm went off. And then my habitual brain just went, shut off, go back to sleep. So we're gonna work on trying not to do that tomorrow morning. And trying to wake up when the light comes on. It was quite a nice light. Like all of a sudden I turned over and I was like, oh, it's kind of bright in here. So yeah, working on those sleep-wake habits. It's gonna be a process. It's not, we don't move mountains in one day. The 6 o'clock timeline feels great to me so far. Basically, I wake up and I have like a 20-minute buffer to start reading in, and it gives me a little bit of time to just like get the coffee, drink some water, like come into consciousness. So I do feel the 6 o'clock time frame is working quite well, and I wouldn't want to make it anytime sooner. 5 a.m. is just too early for me. I have no updates of Sword of Kaigen other than I'm loving it, and I'm absolutely loving the dual perspective, and the mom's perspective in this I think is my favorite one so far. So we'll keep you updated on this. I'm just gonna go chill and read a little bit tonight. See you guys tomorrow morning. Bye. Good morning. It is 6:20 a.m. right now. I had a lot of trouble waking up, but I did. You know what? Also in this video, I am just like full form. Like literally, I just woke up and I don't even care what I look like right now. So hope that doesn't matter to you. The hatch alarm was really nice this morning. It was a nice little like calm wake up with the sun. It was like the sun was coming alive in our room. It was very nice. But then the actual sound alarm started going off, and I turned it off, and then I ended up trying to go back to sleep. And the only thing that did wake me up was the alarm in my bathroom. So that seems to be the thing that is working out the best for me, is putting my phone in my bathroom and having to go and actually physically turn it off. And then by the time I'm up, I'm like, I need to stay awake. Read a little bit more of Sword of Kaigen last night. It was great. I'm probably around page like 150 right now. I love the mother's perspective. It's like, oh, she's just so empowering, truly. Okay, I'm gonna go read my half hour because I need to do it now or else I'm gonna be late for work. See you later. Bye. Today was really difficult waking up. Must admit, it is Wednesday today. Hi, currently 6:23. I'm so tired. I think I discovered my issue. I am not going to bed early enough to get 8 hours of sleep. So that's a problem. Sorry, I'm pretty low energy in this video. I'm tired. I think what I need to do is go to bed sooner. Okay, no, here's how it's going. I feel like I'm starting to do like wind down, like brush my teeth, get into my PJs, 9:40, 9:45. But then I get into bed and then I don't actually fall asleep for 45 minutes. I'm just not giving myself enough time to try and fall asleep. I think I really should start like getting ready to go to bed, probably like at a minimum 9:15. I'm just like so not used to the habit. Normally I start to like wind down and like get my pajamas on around 10 o'clock. So it's like having to readjust that whole hour sooner. But I think that would help. I think that would help because right now I'm really tired. I'm really tired. Today,
I have a later shift, so I actually have more time to read this morning, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I was exhausted right now. I'm really wondering if I tried to go to bed earlier, how I would feel. I think I need to try that tonight. Okay. Trying to hold myself accountable to start getting ready for bed at 9:15. Maybe I'll do a check-in tonight. We'll see. I'm going to go read and try not to fall asleep. Bye.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, hello. It's Thursday morning. We did it. I woke up again at 6 a.m. Actually, it was like 10 minutes past 6, but whatever. It was still 6 a.m. Okay, it was not 8 a.m. I do have work off today, which is amazing. And I have a really planned, productive day, which is going to be great. So I did read more of Sword of Kaigen, and I'm on page like 200 right now. It's picking up. It's picking up. It's picking up. I am really, really loving this book. The thing that I'm really liking about Sword of Kaigen so much right now is that these characters have a very limited view of their world. We're following this family, and their community is very traditional in a sense. They live in a world that has technology, yet they don't use a lot of technology. The best way that I can describe this is that there is this one character who is the friend of the son, Mamoru. His name is Kwang Chulhi, and Kwang is from an outside province, and he has been integrated into this world's culture in a very different way than Mamoru and his family have been raised and what we know of this world, okay? Kwang is basically in this community because his father is building these things called like infocom systems. It sounds like it's kind of like a cell phone or something like that, but Kwang Chulhi is telling Mamoru that there is a lot more going on in this world than this village is privy to. It seems as though the empire that Mamoru and his mother live in is getting sent a lot of propaganda from the government that a bunch of natural disasters and things are happening around this province and this world that aren't true. We're getting very small glimpses of inconsistencies within the news and the propaganda that is being sent to these people. And there's just a lot of things that are starting to unfold in the world that you would not have expected from the initial world building. Like, I'm basically trying to say is like, these characters have a very limited point of view, and it seems as though the world is much bigger than what they are currently experiencing. And basically, the author is giving us little hints and little nudges of like, there's these infocoms, there's like satellites, like people are going to space in this world, but it seems like a very primitive culture that these people are living in. So like, what is to be explored here that we are not aware of yet? I'm really, really interested to see where this book is gonna go. There is so much about Misaki, the mother's past, that is yet to be uncovered. Her flashbacks are just such a different story than what she is currently living in. And I'm really interested to see how that character development is going to go. I also think that there are a ton of elements of like female empowerment within this book. Like already her character development has like such a long way to go. Like she's very, very, very suppressed right now in her household. Her husband is extremely controlling, like very traditional men and women roles in the household. But you know that Misaki, the mother, has the potential to be something that she is currently not allowing herself to be. So all in all, really loving it. Think I'm probably going to give it a 5-star. I'm really, really excited to keep going with this book. Back to the challenge. I did something different last night. I went to bed at 10 o'clock, which helped. I was not as tired when I woke up this morning. So I would say that is something that has definitely helped. Actually go to bed on time so I can get 8 hours of sleep. I think the hardest part is that I am attempting to go to bed at 10 o'clock, yet my partner usually goes to bed at like 11. I'm kind of getting woken up like an hour after I go to sleep, which I don't really know how to rectify that. Like I'm doing my best to try and go to sleep, but like it's kind of hard when you have two people going to bed at different times. I mean, vibes of the challenge, it's going okay. I just feel like I'm jet lagged. To be honest, this is not the easiest challenge. And it's not even like I wake up that much later than I normally do. I think I'm just like getting minimally sleep deprived, like a little bit, like by 1 hour. It's like if I were to go, to change time zones or something like that. So I'm working through that. We're working through on how to make this more sustainable for me. Oh, also energy levels kind of low, honestly, because I think I'm a little jet lagged. I will see you guys at my next check-in. Bye. Hi. This is the third time I'm recording this clip because my audio kept cutting out for the last two. Regardless, hi, it is Friday evening. I did not have a chance to check in this morning because I had an earlier shift, so I had to start at 7:30. When I woke up at 6, I literally read for like 20 minutes and then it was like, we gotta go. However, I did read about like 15 pages in that time period. Update. I read a total of like 150 pages from this challenge this week, which I feel like was way more than I expected. This challenge has been amazing in terms of like continuing to maintain a consistent reading habit, making sure I'm getting my 20 minutes in every day. This book, love. I think it's going to be a 5-star if it continues to go the way it's going. 5-star material, absolutely. The character arcs that we are getting, the way these characters are about to grow and go on a journey. There is so much to discover about this world that we haven't found out yet. The scenery, the characters, literally every single aspect of this book is absolute perfection. And I'm actually so sad that it took me this long to read. I'm this far into the book, so I still have so much more to go, but I do want to acknowledge the fact that I read like 150 pages from this challenge, and I had a really busy week this week, and I don't think I would have read that much had I not had this challenge. So where this challenge was very difficult to maintain was the actual waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I will not lie to you. I very much had a hard time with this challenge. Not like an extremely hard time, but like this was not as easy as the 20-minute a day reading challenge. I'll tell you that. Like I pretty much felt like I was jet lagged the entire week. Even though I only adjusted my sleep schedule by 1 hour, it really made a difference. And I don't know if anyone else feels like that around like daylight savings time. Even though I woke up at 6 o'clock last week, it still was really hard this week. I do feel like the hatch alarm was really great in terms of like having that natural kind of wake up with the light. I felt like it was a lot easier to wake up in the mornings. However, I do think what actually pulled me out of bed was setting the alarm clock in my bathroom. I didn't really trust the hatch alarm for the first part of the week, and that alarm in the bathroom really got me up and going. So I don't really know if that hatch alarm clock is absolutely necessary, but it made it a lot easier to wake up. That's what I'll say. The other thing that I wanted to mention as well is I did like doing the 6 o'clock reading challenge more than like a 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. 6 o'clock felt a lot more doable to me, and I also was not exhausted as the day went on. The other times I've done like 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. reading challenges, I hit a wall at like 1 or 2 p.m. and I feel like I want to go to bed. I did not get that at any point during this week. My days were totally fine, even though I was like a little bit sleep deprived and did not get 8 hours of sleep. I never felt it during the day. Whereas when I had done those 5 a.m. ones, every single time I would get really tired. So I do feel like this was definitely more realistic and like something that I could actually incorporate into my daily life. Again, this was challenging. And I think it was challenging more so in the fact that I need to like actually adjust my sleeping schedule. Like I need to continue to try and go to bed at 10 o'clock, both on weekdays and on weekends, or else my body's never going to adjust to like going to bed early. I don't know if this is going to be the easiest challenge to continue on in my everyday life. I think I'm going to continue to try it for a while, but my sleepy schedule is going to need to take some time in order to get used to like actually going to bed that early, because that was the hardest part, was going to bed when I needed to go to bed in order to wake up at 6 o'clock. And I just like, my body would not adjust. I wouldn't say this was like a resounding success. I mean, I completed the challenge, but like it was definitely something that I'm like, I need to continue to work on it if it's really going to become a habit for me. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my overall review of the 6 a.m. reading challenge. If you've made it this far in this video, please let me know what you thought about the video so far. I have really enjoyed doing these more like realistic reading challenges that don't feel so daunting to me. Like I've never never been able to keep up with like really high expectation reading challenges where it's like, I'm gonna read 100 pages a day or 200 pages a day or 1,000 pages in a weekend. Like I literally cannot do that. Like I physically don't have the capacity to do that. But I feel like the realistic reading challenges, like the 20 minutes a day, the 6 a.m. wake up, like I gonna have to brainstorm some other ideas. Those things feel really great to me, have been able to fit into my daily life very well. As someone who works like 4 to 5 days a week, they have really worked seamlessly into my life. So I kind of want to start a series like this where it's like a realistic reading challenge series. I don't know. Let me know what you think about it. Put something in the comments. I would love to know your thoughts if you enjoyed this video. If you want to leave a comment and don't want to leave words, feel free to leave like a sun emoji because it was like a morning routine thing, morning challenge thing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am gonna go read Sword of Kaigen because I'm obsessed with this book and I want to finish it as soon as possible. I'm probably gonna give it 5 stars. Okay, I love you. Have a great rest of your day, night, wherever you are. I'll see you in my next video. Peace and love, everyone. Bye.